In this lecture, we'll study about kth order recurrence relation. In general, for a kth order linear recurrence with constant coefficients, if k consecutive values of numeric function a and the k consecutive values are am minus k, am minus k plus 1 up to am minus 1 are known for some m, the value of am can be calculated as, so this is the value of am which can be calculated as by this particular step. So this value of am can be calculated as follows. So this is the general form of the kth order linear recurrence relation with constant coefficients. Okay, so see here, to find out am, so we have to put r is equal to m in this particular kth order recurrence relation with constant coefficient. So put r is equal to m here, so we will get c0 am plus c1 am minus 1 plus c2 am minus 2 plus up to ck minus 1 a m minus k plus 1 plus ck a m minus k is equal to fm. Okay, so in this particular k values, so they are the total k values, and the total k values are starting from here am minus k, then am minus k plus 1 up to we have got am minus 1. So these values are known. Okay, we have to calculate this am value. Okay, so starting from am minus 1 am minus 2 up to am minus k, these values are known, and they are the k values, okay, of a numeric function. So these values are known, then you have to find out the value of am. Okay, the above equation can be written as minus c0 am is equal to c1 am minus 1 plus c2 am minus 2 plus up to ck minus 1 am minus k plus 1 plus ck am minus k minus fm. Okay, so am can be calculated as, so this minus c0 will move to the right hand side, so it will become 1 divided by c0, and we have c1 am minus 1 plus c2 am minus 2 plus up to ck minus 1 am minus k plus 1 plus ck am minus k minus fm. Okay, so in this particular step, the previous term of this is not written here, so I have written here the previous term of this. So this is equal to, or this is equivalent to this particular step. Okay, so in this way we can calculate the value of am. Okay, furthermore, the value of am plus 1 can be calculated as, so since we got the value of am, we can easily calculate the value of am plus 1. That is the next value of the numeric function a. So if you know the value of am, then you can easily calculate the value of am plus 1. Okay, for this we have to use the previous k values which are already calculated. So in this way we can calculate the values of am plus 2, am plus 3, and so on. Okay, now next, for a kth order linear recurrence with constant coefficients, if k consecutive values of a numeric function a, m minus k, a minus k plus 1, a minus 1 are known for some m, the value of am minus k minus 1 can be computed as. Okay, so now here in the previous slide we calculated the value of the next value of a, that is the next value of am minus 1 is am. Now here in this particular slide we'll calculate the previous value of am minus k. So the previous value of am minus k is am minus k minus 1. Okay, this is the previous value of am minus k. Okay, so how do you calculate this one? So the previous value of am minus k, that is am minus k minus 1, is computed as follows, and which can be derived from this particular general form of kth order linear recurrence relation with constant coefficient. So for this let us put the value of r. The value of r is equal to m minus 1. Okay, so the value of r will put as m minus 1. Okay, so this equation becomes, or so this relation becomes c naught a m minus 1 plus c1 a m minus 1 minus 1, that is m minus 2 plus c2 a m minus 3 plus ck minus 1 a. So here you have to put r is equal to m minus 1. So this will become, when you put here r is equal to m minus 1, so 1 will be cancelled out, so it will become a m minus k, okay, plus ck. Here in place of r I will use m minus 1, so this will become m minus 1 minus k is equal to f m minus 1. Okay, so now this equation can be written as, okay, so see here in this particular step we know the value of k values, k consecutive values of numeric function, and the k consecutive values are m minus 1, am minus 1, am minus 2, am minus 3 up to am minus k. Okay, but this value is not known, am minus 1 minus k, and you have to calculate this value. Okay, up to this we know the value of the numeric function. Now we have to calculate the value of am minus 1 minus k. Okay, so this can be written as minus of ck a minus of ck a m minus 1 minus k is equal to c naught a m minus 1 plus c1 a m minus 2 plus c2 a m minus 3 plus up to ck minus 1 a m minus k minus f m minus 1. Okay, so now let's find the value of a m minus 1 minus k. It becomes, so this minus ck will come to the right hand side, so this will be minus 1 divided by ck. So we have c0 am minus 1 plus c1 am minus 2 plus c2 am minus 3 plus up to ck minus 1 am minus k minus f m minus 1. Okay, so in this way we can calculate the value of am minus 1 minus k, and the value of am minus k minus 2 can be computed as, so this the value of am minus k minus 2 is the previous value of this am minus 1 minus k. Okay, so we can calculate by this particular formula. Okay, So the values of am minus k minus 3, am minus k minus 4 can be computed in the similar manner. So in this way, we can calculate the previous value of the numeric function. If you know the k consecutive values of numeric function, then we can find out the previous value of numeric functions. Like here, the previous value of numeric function is here am minus k. We can find the previous value as am minus k minus 1. Then next previous value is am minus k minus 2. Then next is am minus k minus 3 and so on. Okay. On the other hand, for the kth order linear recurrence solution with constant coefficients, fewer than k values of the numeric function will not be sufficient to determine the numeric function uniquely. For example, this is a recurrence relation and this is a second order recurrence relation. Okay, so for the second order recurrence relation, we required two values of a or the two consecutive values of the numeric function a, so that we can uniquely determine the numeric function. Okay, so let's suppose instead of two values of a, we are given only one values of a, that is a0 is equal to 2. So if we are given a0 is equal to 2, we can find many numeric functions that will satisfy the recurrence relation as well as the given boundary condition. So this is the boundary condition. Okay, so instead of two consecutive values of k, if only one value of a, instead of two consecutive values of a, if only one value of a, that is a0 is given, then we can find many numeric functions that will satisfy the recurrence relation as well as the given boundary condition. Okay, so for example, this is one numeric function which satisfy this recurrence relation as well as this boundary condition. So see here a0, this one is a0, a0 is equal to 2. So this recurrence relation says that the sum of the three consecutive values of the numeric function is equal to 4. So sum of three consecutive values, 2 plus 0 plus 2 is equal to 4. Similarly, 0 plus 2 plus 2 is 4, 2 plus 2 plus 0 is 4, and so on. So this particular numeric function satisfies this recurrence relation as well as the boundary condition a0 is equal to 2. We can have another numeric function which also satisfies this recurrence relation with this boundary condition. Here also we have, this one is a0. Here also see the three consecutive numbers or the three consecutive values of this numeric function is equal to 4. 2 plus 2 plus 0 is 4. 2 plus 0 plus 2 is 4. 0 plus 2 plus 2 is 4. Similarly, we can find out the other sum of the three consecutive values of this numeric function. Okay, so what is the conclusion? Conclusion is that if there is a kth order linear recurrence relation and if we have fewer than k values of the numeric function, then it will not be sufficient to determine the numeric function uniquely. Okay, so if there is a kth order linear recurrence relation, then we must have k consecutive values of the numeric function in order to find out the complete numeric function which is the unique one. Okay, so this much for today. Thank you.